Pull up, you're here at the Health Light. Dr. Williams-Singh, acupuncture physician, food therapist, herbalist, and more. Today's video has to deal with sugar and a little bit more than just sugar. But that is the center and that's the main thing with this video. I'm going to touch on history just a little bit regarding sugar, and I'm going to also communicate about health factors pertaining to sugar. Let's start here. How many people do you know, friends, relatives, co-worker, that has a diabetic condition? How many people do you know that has buildup of plaque in their arteries? That's not something that we walk around knowing. It's generally something that's hidden that we don't even know. Guys, here's the facts. The facts is sugar creates so much havoc in today's society. You have the buildup of plaque, as I said earlier, in your arteries. It comes from your heart, goes up, and here it is in your brain. Okay? So it escapes and it is in your blood. The next thing is sugar is in a variety of substances that we may not even know, such as the following. You have brown sugar, and then you have a product that says natural sugar, natural brown sugar. And to you, that might seem so innocent. It is natural. It is still sugar. Then you're going to have something like maltose. Then you're going to have dextrose, galactose, and if you notice, all of them is ending with ose. Glucose, lactose, and lactose, I mentioned that in the previous video with the small intestines and how people are lactose intolerant, but it is a source of sugar. Then you have, I said maltose, ethylene maltol. Guys, I'm going to highlight this. Sugar is affecting today's society in so many ways, unbeknown to one. You have a condition such as fatty liver condition. And what happens is, unbeknown to you, is the source of that is not always a condition that involves alcohol. It's more the fructose, which is another form of sugar. That is what creates the havoc. The overabundance and consumption of these sugars is creating havoc. You have little ones, you have big ones. We as parents, we want the best for our children, and we are not observing that sometimes these sugars are so hidden in these fruit juices. You're pouring it out, and you're not realizing that there's sugar in it. Now, I'm going to touch on slavery, and I'm going to also say to you that if you want a video that has more to do with statistics and more to deal with experiments, blah, 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 there's a video, it's called Bitter Truth about sugar. It's by Dr. Robert Lustig, MD. I don't know him, but he lays it all out to you from his experiment, his vivid experiment, where you could see what had happened. Is he observed that there were little ones and that there were older people, aged people. They had the same condition, and he was puzzled, like, how could this be? And they found out that the culprit was sugar. Okay? Now, here's a deal that I have to say about slavery and sugar. Folks, there's nothing to get sensitive about. Slavery is be known as a historical thing. And I'm just telling you, basically, I'm spinning it this way. If this doesn't affect you in this way, it'll give you something to consider and think about. A long time ago, sugarcane plantations were the highest paid commodity. And I'm going to give you a little step by step because I visited these plantations. You would have these wooden mills that you would have to walk around with. The men would have to walk around and hold it for the sugar cane to be processed. If someone's hand got caught in one of these machines, they would say collateral damage. Hey, it's going to take too long. Well, let's just cut your hand off. That's it. It's called collateral damage. You got the money, and then you got the other thing, which is the people that were utilized to bring about this particular item that we now is prevalent in society all over the world because it's a feel-good thing. The people on the sugarcane plantations, they would be out there in the hot, hot sun. I'm just describing it to you and showing you how individuals in life, how they were utilized to bring about this commodity and what happened to them on a physical health level. Now in today's day, you got society. You got black, white people, or everybody is consuming sugar. And the sugar is creating havoc in health conditions because of the fact either you don't know that a product has sugar in it, or you believe it's safe because it says natural. And I hope I said corn syrup because it does come in liquid form as well. Individuals are being affected by sugar all over the world. Black people were used to procure and cut the sugar cane down, and they died as well because of this, because of everything I just said. Now, let's get this together. Take your time, observe the consequences of what could occur due to the consumption of sugar. Take the time to consider observing what is it packaged foods am I consuming that has delivery of sugar. Again, most of these things are basically in packaged foods, guys. So I have done my contribution to society, to health, by pointing out the different variety of ailments that can affect one due to the consumption of food. I even went that as far as showing you the collateral damage that occurred from the very beginning, the original beginning of how sugar came about. And you had sugar cane fields, and you still have them here in the U.S. You got in the U.S. and all over all these different hot climatic places. So, in closing, if this is something that you want to remember, diabetic conditions, overabundance of sugar, there's an overspill. The insulin is not able to keep up with it. And I'm not going to go into too far with diabetic. I'm just showing you about the sugar. Then you have the plaque that builds up on the walls in the arteries. And it's causing the arteries to not have the blood go through properly. Okay? There are other ailments pertaining to this consumption of sugar. This video was for you. I had you in mind when I put this video together. Come back to the next video. This is Dr. Williams-Singh. If you think this video has served you in any way, because I'm talking to you about sugar in a different way, send it to a friend, touch the like, and leave a comment. I'd like to hear your response to this video. Until the next video, here at Your Health Light. the health light, our health light.